Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Satisfactory. So today's main objective here is we're going to go ahead and research Caterium computer. That is our next very large project. We are going to aim for making 19 a minute. Not 20, 19, because 20 it went a little bit too wonky and I needed a little bit more and it's way more work for one more. So I settled on 19. So we're going to get this research done real quick. We're going to get the jetpack unlocked and get that out so I can get around a lot quicker and I don't really have to rely on too much. I can make some belt launchers and whatever to get around. Much easier that way. And then we got to discuss the actual project. It's going to take a lot of stuff and it's going to take a little bit of time, but that's okay. I like big projects like this because we do have a lot of time between updates. So I'm not in a rush to get it all done. I rather, kind of mosey along the way, find out what works, what doesn't. Now this factory here is going to produce 19 computers a minute and use 2,400 megawatts steady if it's clocked right. And I should be able to clock this. So this should be really interesting to do. We're going to need two more Caterium nodes, pure Caterium nodes, because we're making them completely out of Caterium. All we need is Caterium and oil to make these computers, and it's actually a lot smaller of a footprint, which is why I used up a lot of iron and coal to produce the belts, because we can run the belts now like crazy. It's not a big deal. There's a couple of inefficiencies here with this plant, and I actually have to upgrade the ore belt. At least one ore belt has to be upgraded just to fill in a little bit. We're missing like 4 or 5 ore a minute, and it's just knocking it a little bit off kilter. So I got to upgrade one of the ores coming in. Another thing we have to do is look up copper. There's a pure copper node. We need one pure copper node for the wire needed for it. I was going to go with the Caterium wire, but it ends up taking way too many supplies to do it fully Caterium. So we're going to do a pure copper node, which is actually really close to an established system. It's where we pull the iron and the concrete in. So it's right there. It's around the corner. It's actually one of the nodes I came across in that one episode. So first off, let's actually get this Caterium computer research done. So I can admit one thing here. I do believe it's Caterium. Caterium? I completely missed the computer actually saying it. So I just haven't gone back and actually looked it up, and I really should. So I'm going to call it cat until we do that, just so I don't drive you guys crazy. Because the first 3 letters is cat, so deal with it. And I do apologize. I had the volume turned down a little bit too. That was my bad. I actually play the game a little bit like when I'm grinding and I'm cleaning stuff up and I'm just doing boring stuff. I'll actually watch stuff on another screen. So I turn the game volume down itself because there's really no other challenge. So I can stand there and just never die. But first off, we got the Caterium computer done. That's an important one. Let's go ahead and get this one done here. I should have actually done this a long time ago. But it's finally nice to get done. So I've actually gotten this set apart here. We're going to get frames, computers, and our motors together. And we're going to hand that off, actually. Oh, can I do this? Oh, wow. It let me...
R&D inflated your pocket dimension and has provided a jetpack which operates on oil-based fuel for increased navigational capabilities as well as odds of survival.
So that's pretty sick. I guess the first one didn't launch. Okay, I thought the first one launched. That's pretty sick. So we got the research done. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we need for this jetpack here. So we need some plastic, some circuit boards, not a big deal. We have a few of those left. A little bit of rubber. Yeah, I'm going to get this together here. This shouldn't take too long. And we have jetpack. It's actually pretty damn cool. Consumes fuel when used. So I imagine it's the fuel we make anyways. Oh, there we go. Let's go ahead and grab some fuel. We got a ton up here. I'll just snake some out of there. Oh, they weren't kidding. This thing is actually pretty sick. I like it. Oh, this is so much easier to get around. Oh my. Is there a way to see your fuel bar while using the jetpack? That would be nice too. How much fuel does this thing use? We have 94 still. I'm literally flying. This is great. This is going to save so much time. for this project coming up. Oh my god. So like I did this one here in all in one episode. That was a lot of work as it is, but the computer factory I think is going to take several episodes at least, because it's huge. So to go over the computer stuff here a little bit, I'm going to walk around. We're gonna need 20 smelters, 29 constructors. I actually have them lined up on the corner of the screen there. 29 oil refineries, 13 assemblers, and 7 manufacturers. And we're gonna have to make all the nodes to feed into it. But the good news is they're really easy. Everything is really easy to feed into here. And the great thing about having this is that when we get trains during tier 7, all I have to do is come off the side here a little bit, another 1 or 2 rows depending on how big the trains are, and I can make a train station on it. So I don't have to like change this at all. And I could just add the train into it, because this is actually heading directly towards all the quartz and stuff, which we actually need to grab a cat vein from over there. There's a pier one, but it's in the desert biome, I think that is, way on the other side. So we got a little bit of a distance to go. So that's going to be a large part of the project. There's another one over this way. Now the map says there's another pier one nearby, but it also says there's a rock there. So I'm not entirely sure what's going on with that. So first thing is I'm gonna go check that out. Let's do a ping here, and I want to go check out what this looks like. Because if it's accessible, like there we go. It's 366 meters away. Oh, I'm loving this jetpack. If that's really easily accessible, then that actually saves me a ton of time. But it says there's a rock there, so we'll find out. So we're getting closer. Where is this thing? Okay, so that looks like obviously, oh, the rocks are sitting right on the node. That's okay though, because we're going to need more Caterium later on, and I do believe we'll be able to blow this out with gunpowder. I think that's an actual thing. So yeah, that node is 100% not accessible. The other one we want, I think, is over by the waterfall over there. Right there. On that little thing over there. So that's not too bad. We can get that and actually tie it in probably to that line and bring it in. So that'll be easy. So we are going to have to go further north though with our skyline, which is still okay. I think that's our node up there, 1756. Which is actually okay because we need to go that way anyways to get all the quartz. I think it's the most accessible route for us right now. Okay, I'm getting a little lost here. I'm going to get back and get a little more organized and then decide what step to take next, because we have so much to do to prepare for this. Alright, so this thing has been running for a while because I did a lot of renovations. I took away the concrete production on the other side, the old little concrete building there. It was ugly. Needed to go anyways. I stripped out the copper production because we don't really need it there. That's a really crappy node anyway. I'm going to take that one pure node and that'll feed the whole thing. And I took out the old steel factory. That's gone too. That's actually where we're going to be building. Oh, look at this. I can just get up here now. That's where we're going to be building some of the floors. This is going to be huge. This factory is going to have to expand out this way too, I think. But as you can see, we've got a decent amount of these. So upgrading, I'm going to literally pretty much just upgrade all of these lines. That way, as we expand, I can merge more and more into it. And it's already upgraded. I know it's a little bit like that might trigger some people because it's not 100% efficient to be having them running too fast. But since we have so much, this was really the objective of doing this. How much do these containers even have? Okay, so these ones don't have too much in it, but I'm going to grab these up, probably actually eliminate my inventory that I have other than my fuel to get around, and just go and start upgrading these like mad. So I'm over here upgrading these lines like crazy. Oh my god, this is actually pretty insane. I'm going to have to run actually another line on top of this for the copper. I should do that at the same time. Oh, no, I can't. I don't have poles. But I got distracted. There is a hard drive over here. Now that I have my jetpack, We should actually go check that thing out. See what's in it. Oh, this is awesome. Make it, make it, make it. Yes. It's like, it's just enough to get it going. Holy crap, those things are flying along those belts. I don't know. That looks cool. Like the ore didn't, actually the ore should have increased just a little bit in speed because we needed the upgrade anyways. But now we can just keep adding to the lines because there's even more ores, nodes and everything around here anyways. Anyways, I'm talking and I should be getting this. What do we have up here? Yeah, a couple circuit boards kicking a boot. Okay, what do we need for the drop pad? This one needs one quick wire out of all the things, but we do have some quick wire ore. There we go, quick wire ore coming in on the line there. So if I just trash one of these 100 stacks of beams, we can get this unlocked. Okay, I'm gonna go steal some of that ore off the line. Look at this. Right onto here. Oh, this is so fast. This also helps too. Woo, there we go. Look at that. Okay, where did this ore go? Ah, it's on this line on the outside here. This is gonna slam me into the wall. Oh, no. Apparently, I have not been upgrading this line. I've been upgrading the other lines, not this one. Whoops. There we go. I just made 8 quick wire. I'd laugh if there was one right beside the machine and I was just being a dummy. There we go. We got another hard drive. Now, I'm unsure. This is a question I have too because I've looked it up and I haven't really found any positive answers. But from what I understand and what a consensus is from what I see is that there's actually not as many hard drives as there is alternative recipes. So I'm trying to be picky and choose. I thought the Caterium computer was a really good one just because it's much smaller of a footprint to make the computers. You'll laugh once you see the factory, but considering that I didn't have to make all the little tiny things like you have to for the original recipe, it saves a lot of room. Now, I'm going to continue going on and upgrading this thing until I run out of encased industrial beams. Oh, the struggle for these was real. Now, it's not so bad. And we have completion. Check that out. Okay, so this whole line now is upgraded all the way down. Like I said, we can always go and add more to this as we go because we're going to need more nodes anyways as we grow our factories and have more requirements. Now the copper node was somewhere around this corner. I do believe, here it is. This should be the pure copper node that we need here. It is. Now, I'm a big dummy and I didn't bring enough stuff, but that's okay. We'll dump off the steel beams, put them into storage, use them elsewhere. And then we'll come back with the supplies we need. We'll get that node going and we'll get it fed into this line. So that takes care of the copper for the computers. Oh my god, this is so much faster. Just gonna use this as a launching point and you're good to go. Oh wow, it's like home in seconds. I'm my own personal jet. Alright, and here we go. This is actually gonna be a really easy one. Where did my power pull on? There we go. Get that sucker hooked up, and she is now producing 240 copper ore per minute. So we're just gonna bring this straight back there, and we're gonna take care of forging it back at home because this isn't gonna take up much space itself. Ha! Aerial kill. I don't know where the hell that thing came from. There's a few down there. But it almost feels like these things are respawning, these little fly things. I don't know where that thing scared the crap out of me. Thank God I had my weapon out. Anyway, this is actually a hell of a lot easier with a jetpack. It's making everything so much quicker. I can just jetpack around to get to the harder to reach areas. Like here, I can just jetpack over. Bang, put those suckers on and run the line. It takes like next to no time now to do this. Pretty pumped about this one too. Oh, there's a sphere up there. Do I have the room to grab it? I do. Because I have a jetpack, I can. And there we have it. Our copper ore line is now coming in along our main bus on the top row, and it's all upgraded line. I know some of it's sitting. We're going to peel into this oil here pretty soon. We do have to run actually another oil line here too, down this way, because originally I have 2 oil lines coming out of 4 pure oil nodes. So that should be the oil that we need to make computers and the oil we need to power everything. So that should be an even split there, so that's not too bad. And as we expand the skyline up more, I generally look at that way as north. I don't know if that's actually north, but even on the map it looks like it's north. So we're gonna call that north. So I need to keep going north, and there's more stuff north and more nodes and whatnot we can tap into. But for now we're pretty well tied in. So I'm gonna go up. I love this area right here. It looks a little spaghetti-ish, but I made it so that nothing cuts into anything. So it looks like all the supplies are going along the line properly. I do have to run another oil line down this way. And then out this window, and I do think I'm just going to go one down along the bottom here. So it'll be oil, cat, oil. Yeah, that'll look good. Okay, so I got to start that way up here on the skyline. We haven't been up this way in a while. Since we're down here, I figured it'd actually be a good idea to take a quick look at where we need to go. So that's like the desert biome, I guess. That's what it looks like to me. Over there that we'll need to get to. So what I'll do with this Skybridge here is this is where all our oil is coming in from these 4 right here. What I'm going to do is angle this off a bit. I think, whoa, oh, I have my jetpack. We're okay if I fall off the edge. I think if this is a center right here, if I go straight maybe a little bit more and then kind of go off on an angle into that biome, we can hit the, actually, I'm going to do a quick ping for it here. The Caterium? Okay, so it's right there. We can aim straight at it. I think though, looking at this, it's gonna be tight. You know what I mean? If you know what? If the Skybridge has to go up a little bit and overland or use the land itself, I guess that's not so much of a bad thing, right? Because then it's attached to something, so we can let that. Oh, I thought that thing was moving for a second. It's gonna be like, where's it going? But yeah, so that's where we have to go. And what I'm probably gonna do with the Skybridge is do that offline in my spare time as I get time here and there, because there's gonna be a large project going all the way over there. I'm gonna have to bring a lot of concrete mix with me. But this is the second line here. I need to expand to bring all the way home. It ends right there, and I need to bring it for a walk all the way back. So coming up here, I had a little bit of a problem with these because oil is, it appears really big on the line. And I mean, you don't really need to do this, but I'm just being picky. So what I've done is I've moved the top over. Oops, and completely failed hooking that up. Holy crap, maybe I shouldn't be jumping around so much on that one. But I moved actually the top or the bottom over to the closest, and the top into the middle. As long as one line is feeding this thing, we should be okay. Oh, and look at that. The oil is already being swept away on the line. It'll catch up quickly. But we're almost done. We're almost there. All of our lines now are all tier 4. For me, too, upgrading everything to the same tier, honestly, is really an aesthetic thing. I'm real big on the aesthetics. Like, look how sick this looks now. Lots of lines coming in, different areas where they merge into the main belts and the factories. And it's going to get bigger. Like the computer factory is going to be huge. And then we got to do the supercomputers. I can't even... Whew, I'm going to have to really look into that one. If you guys know any good alternate recipes for if they exist for supercomputers, please let me know. And I will take a look at the available options, because we did use up a bunch of nodes, right? So I got to use what's more efficient, close by, you know, less work. And we are home. with our second line of oils. So now we officially have 950, I believe it is, oil coming in to home that we can use for our supercomputers. Mission accomplished. And all the belts, all the same color, all the same size. It looks good. I know stuff is sitting on it, but we'll tap into this eventually here. You gotta, I found the one thing in this game, especially now that I'm getting to the higher tiers, is that you gotta kind of plan ahead, right? Next playthrough, when if I ever do like another whole playthrough again of the game, I'm definitely gonna do a lot of things differently. But this is exciting. So we got our oil in, we got our copper in. So our copper is good, our oil is good. There's 2 things on the list. Now we need another thing of Caterium. So that was over here by the waterfall, I do believe. Let's give that a quick ping. Caterium. I'm seriously got to look that up. I really, really do. Is that the waterfall one? No, I think the waterfall one's up here. Well, we're really close. I really like this waterfall area. Holy crap, imagine they put one down there on you. That would be that'd be pretty intense. But it looks like I'm gonna have to jetpack my way over there. I think it's right there, and that's not too hard to get to. And how far away are we from the main line? I might just make its own separate line in at an angle directly towards that thing from over here. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll try to angle it straight into there. 'Cause, I mean, if I'm gonna, it'll be more effort, I think, to tie it into there and then bring it down. Yeah, we'll make another direct line in for this. This is gonna take a bit. Ooh, this is a little deadly. I know if I fall, that's it for me. Or if I run out of fuel. So I'm going to aim for that pad right there. And then try to go straight up. Oh, this is intense. This is way easier, though, than having to lay down foundations to get across places. Imagine I could just walk across the water up there and I was just being an idiot trying to go across the top. That's probably actually the case. Anyway, I'm delaying. Let's give this a go. Oh, crap. That looks a lot further, I think, than it actually was. Oh no. Make it. Make it. Conserve. Okay, I think we did it. Whew. Made it across the breach. That was a little bit further than I thought it was, but we made it a-okay. Alright, I'm going to squeeze my way up the edge here, I think. And here we are. Here it is. Actually, yeah, coming up this way would have been just a hell of a lot easier. Actually, wow, the main line's right there. You know what? Screw it. What I'm going to do, literally bring it directly right at that line up this way. And I'm going to tie it right into that line there and then put another row on top. And we should have our second line in. Now, we just need another third. But in order to do that, I'm going to have to build a giant land bridge. And I don't think I have time this episode to cover that. So we'll probably wrap it up, I think, maybe after we get this main line in. Take a look at what we got going on. I want to check out the efficiency, too. Now that we got all the lines going, I want to show you guys the efficiency of the encased industrial beam factory. And oh my god, I forgot to grab some of these. That's okay. Doesn't take long to get back and forth. So there we go. We have, actually this time, raw Caterium flying in. Now, I'm actually going to have to take a look at my numbers here because we may have to build the factory right here because it may be too much. Oh, those actually look really cool close up. This may be not enough to bring all this over here. So I'm going to take a moment, go over all my math again, and we'll see you guys probably in the morning. I'm going to let some time pass. There is nothing like building 12 smelters directly over top some beautiful waterfalls. It's actually a really nice place. You guys got a great view, smelters. So I built the 12 smelters we need to push about 177 max along the belt. So I'm not going to be able to push enough ore all the way there. I may as well smelt it here and then send it out like that. So this is the most efficient way to lay this out. Does take more machines, does take more time, but it takes 0 overclocking and it's always stable. And Here we go. So I got to do lines in. This is basic splitters, lines in to each one, merge them all in the back, and then put them out and take this off the line and reconnect it with the finished product. And there we have it. We have our basic array set up here. Bang. There we go, into the main line. I just have to replace that one to get the ore off of it. But here we go. It was really simple. I'm actually getting really quick at this. I like making everything uniform. That's why I like using these. Although I don't need to use these many, I just like how it looks stringed up, one for each like that. So it's all good to go. We're producing the amount we need now. It's 100% efficient. Now keep in mind, we're still making 25 per minute of these encased beams. So our entire industrial setup here is running what looks like between 400 and 500 megawatts. So somewhere in between there. Now I got to get this sucker ran all the way back home, and our second Caterium is taken care of. The bigger challenge, though, is definitely that that third Caterium, or that's going to take a while to get back. So my math is way off. I don't know why I thought I had to build all of them here, because that will only feed 4 at max. So I can go 1, 2, 3, 4 and get rid of the rest of these. Wow, that was a little silly. Now, I do believe the other Caterium is set up with 4 at it. It's already at its max production. So that's where the other 4 are. I actually need to remove 4 from the list. Holy crap. The things, when you actually start doing it, and you're like, oh my god. But that's okay. It didn't take long to make this anyways. So I'm going to tear this down a little bit. And yeah, we only need 4 machines here. Oh my god. And we have connections. So this is all done. We only needed 4 here. So mission complete. Whoops. That's okay. You know, at least it didn't take very long. Gotta love it. All the little mistakes. Anyway, I'm pretty happy with the progress we made this episode. I have also run out of time. I can record and edit here too. But I'm getting excited because it means we're this much closer to making the computer factory. All I got to do is spend some time here in the next couple days, or the day here, and continue this line out and find the next ore. Do the same thing over there, bring another line in, and we can actually start the computer factory. So it's actually not going to take that long. I should probably just do that between episodes. I mean, that's not really too entertaining, right? And then the next episode, we can start on the computer factory. I think that's where it's at. Okay, guys. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for sticking around to the end. If you did, let me know down in the comments. I love hearing from you guys. Stay classy, and I'll see you in the next couple days here, 2 or 3 days, for the next episode. Peace out, and have a good one.